Into this now. Get into these.
Frog in my throat.
I know something else could be in your throat. No, that's not right. Oh, we're recording.
I'm in a police car.
Yeah, in my home.
Let's talk about facts.
If you want to have intellectual discussions,
Spiritually oriented, very beautiful farm.
Who you are beyond the personality.
I'm a human being, same as you. Be who you are.
But to answer your question,
What is really going on? And let's get into this.
Hey, and what is happening, WIRGO? What is? Welcome to the wonderful world of WIRGO, the place where we get asked what is really going on. And today we're asking what's going on with a review we're doing with myself, Carl, and
Alyssa.
Let's tell them what we're reviewing to.
We are reviewing the wonderful Officer Tatum. Jack in the Box employee opens fire on customer over curly fries and walks free.
How are we not heading to Babylon and people not seeing it? You're getting shot over curly fries now?
Oh my god.
I mean, people go, only in America. Go shit, the police is in the UK, not so good either, bro. We just don't hear about it. And you don't get shot, you get stabbed over these things.
Yeah.
But, like, we won't go into that. No, people are going to say, I bet he's talking about shooting. I don't talk, I just talk about people, guys, all of us. I don't separate us into different things. It's weird as heck. You guys are all strange.
All human.
I mean, is it black people or white people? It's like, the frick does that matter? People are doing it. But I don't know, people are weird, aren't they? So anyway, we had to do this, guys. This is going to be a reaction review because we watched a little bit of this and went, "Oh, we got to do this. This is crazy."
Madness.
Look, I think we should talk as we're going through it because it is mental. And we're gonna have to pause it a couple of times to talk about it because there's like, I mean, someone getting shot for curly fries. This doesn't make sense. Well, it doesn't make sense to me. Because the food we eat... Oh, thank you, darling.
Sorry, is that bit of hair going to go in your eye?
No, guys. I think it says something about this employee working there for quite a long time. But, like, it doesn't matter, guys. This individual... again, you're going to go, you're fat shaming. I don't know what that means, guys. I don't know what fat shaming means. But, like, this individual clearly likes... Like the old me, loves her food. Very evident. And doesn't like to exercise and do and fast and things that we're supposed to do. So it's very childlike in the mind, like, I don't know, 90% of the humans I meet. And not childlike, childish. They want to do the one thing. They'll poison themselves and treat themselves bad, but then they won't do the opposite thing to balance themselves out.
Discomfort or anything.
So they can't one way balanced, and then they just go in illness. Guys, if you don't... I tell people, right, homeostasis means, to me, human balance. Yeah, they're balanced in many different species and things, but human balance I refer to as homeostasis. Now, it may have a different meaning that word, that's how I use it, so I should look into that more and see if it changes it. But I can start using this word more, like things like hemisync and things like that. Hemisync is about homeostasis as well, guys, because hemisync is when you have like two conflicting thoughts or two conflicting things, like whether it be sound, color. You're experiencing two conflicting things at the same time, and you just keep experiencing it until they come together and give you a third thing. Okay, guys, we're back. It looks like our camera decided to tell us to shut up and get on with it and go off. It's bugging us because we know what's going on with it now. It's to do with our memory cards. So it had nothing to do with the camera in the first place, guys. We're just muppets that haven't learned this yet. But it's to do with the memory card. We are going to get new memory cards coming in. But guys, we live in a bloody counter state. And that's what's causing so many problems with our recording and going off and things. So we're having a few more problems this morning. I hope it doesn't continue to see how it goes. Oh, we need to get new memory cards if we think this is the issue. And we also need to look a little bit more into this camera, I think, like what is making this happen and stuff. So this is the Officer Tatum's sort of like take on the Jack in the Box employee that opens fire. If we get into this, guys, you're going to see where we're coming from. I think it's not exactly PG, but it's not. There's no like violence, is there? So guys, this is okay to watch. I think it's all from the news anyway. So
Let's get into this. Ladies and gentlemen, and ladies, let's talk about this. This is my second time making this video. Because the first time I made this video, I didn't do my research. And so now I got to make this video of this woman. And it's crazier.
I do like that, though. if he hasn't done his research and he finds something, he comes back, he apologises as we do it. That's the one thing I do love about Brandon. It's the thing I love about most of the people we watch is when they're not like that, we end up not watching them, don't we? Even if we don't agree with people, when they come on and they realise their mistake and they say, I've got to do this again, I didn't have the research, and they say certain things like, don't listen to me, that kind of thing. I like people that do that because I don't feel like they're trying to push stuff on me. It's just a... Do you get what I'm saying? Right, come on, let's look at this.
Then I thought it was. This is the craziest thing I've ever heard in my life. And people talk about the justice system is flawed. How does this girl not go to prison?
How does she not go to prison if you're shooting at somebody? Shot at somebody. Is it gone that normal now to shoot at people over curly fries that you just don't go to prison for that kind of thing? A bit community service. Can you imagine? There are people who've gone to prison for cannabis use.
For years.
This
woman shooting at people, trying to kill them. Oh, hey.
For what she did. Don't listen to me. Don't listen to me. Wrote a film.
Only on 13, the Jack in the Box employee who shot at a customer is telling her side of the story.
Yeah, we showed you the shocking video last.
How is she telling the side of her story? She should be in prison. She shot at somebody in the drive-thru.
She opened fire on the customers after a dispute over curly fries.
I'm going to wait until I see her all first.
Thursday, Jessica Willie spoke to that woman who no longer works for the fast food chain. Jessica?
Yeah, on the same day.
Hey, people are like, she got fired, that's enough. Of course you're going to get fired if somebody's shooting a gun at a customer. You're not going to keep them on, are you? I'm just saying, what the frick? We've got to see it. You've got to see it. Just see it before you talk about it.
That customer and his attorney stood outside that Jack in the Box near Bush Airport to talk about this incident and put pressure on the restaurant. The former employee is defending herself. She claims there is more to this story.
Babe, what's with the advert? What's going on? You should be paying these bills.
She's aiming, she's leaning. She's not just going up in the air trying to scare people. She's trying to kill them.
This morning, attorney Randall is
getting worse there, babe.
Money DHD's going off skip.
Yeah, sorry.
Jesus Christ.
What do you want? What do you want from me? I got idiots to Medina. No, we'll pray for me, yeah?
Yeah.
Spoke to that woman who no longer works for the fast food chain. Jessica?
I think it's all still recording.
Okay, cool.
on the same day that customer and his attorney stood outside that Jack in the Box near Bush Airport to talk about this incident and put pressure on the restaurant. The former employee is defending herself. She claims there is more to this story.
She's aiming, she's leaning. She's not just going up in the air trying to scare people. She's trying to kill them.
This morning, attorney Randall Callanan and his client...
Wait. Sorry, I had to pause that a minute. I was trying to put phrases up. Come on. Right. How can you have a side of the story to tell if you're shooting? All right, fair enough. Just shut up, Carl, listen to their side of the story. But let's go on to the next point. You hear what he just said there?
Yeah.
That she's aiming.
Aiming for him, yeah.
And shooting.
Yeah.
That's like attempted murder. You can't aim. Don't get me wrong. If she shot out in the air, like he was just pointing, the solicitor was just pointing out, or the lawyer, sorry, the lawyer was just pointing out. Then, of course, she could say that he was threatening behaviour. He had threatened her. There's no audio for this, by the way, and she wanted to warn him to get away. And she may have then got community service, and that's probably why the judge has ruled the way he has in the final verdict of this. But she's pointing at him,
and it's on the footage. Clearly see that.
Right.
Customer Anthony Ramos
scared, that's for sure.
Detailed the controversial curly fry incident and the shooting that followed.
It was pointed right at me. I don't know how she didn't get me.
And
the gun was pointed right at him. Come on, y'all just listen.
This afternoon, the armed employee on the other side of the dispute contacted ABC 13 to respond.
I want to clear my name and tell my...
How do you clear your name? You point a gun at somebody for curly fries. And name calling, apparently.
story. That's not the whole story that they telling.
Alonia Ford Theriot says she worked for Jack in the Box for 15 years. Most recently at the location on JFK.
So I don't really believe people that just pulled a gun out on someone and start shooting at them over curly fries. It's hard to believe these individuals. There's a mental illness right there, guys.
There was someone over a McFlurry had the incorrect McFlurry that they ordered, and a similar sort of thing happened recently. I think it was in Texas or something.
Never going to one of these places in
Bonkers.
America.
Bonkers.
I never go to places around here anymore. Frick that. If the food don't kill you, the employees will.
I know why.
Alonia Ford Theriot.
I know.
What?
The bloody woman's name.
Oh, right.
Well, y'all gotta start naming y'all kids these crazy. Alonia Ford Theriot.
Theriot.
I know what people talk about with the names. Sometimes they are a little crazy, the names we come out with. But like people say your son's called Cyan. I'm like, yeah, it's blue. It's a colour. Yeah. It's like Ryan, but with a C. What the... I don't get it, but like, so I try not to say about it, but I think he's talking about the fact it's a really long name. And yeah, that messes people like me up because them just full of it.
Hold on, go back to that name. I gotta see that name.
Mind it, Aurora Lee Priest.
Alonia Ford Theriot. Theriot. I said Theriot. Theriot. I'm thinking Theriot currency. Theriot. Alonia Ford Theriot.
Fiat is spelled F-I-A-T, right? The Thelemic Thea 1? Brandon Tatum Zero.
Theriot.
Oh, mind you, I've heard him read. I think he may have a little dyslexia as well.
I think he has,
because he reads a little bit like me and everything. Yeah. But like me, he's brave, and he just go in and read it. Of course he will. He doesn't shy away from it.
Y'all tripping, bro. Y'all doing too much with these names. Listen to this woman.
That's not the whole story that they telling.
Alonia Ford Theriot says she worked for Jack in the Box for 15 years. Most recently at the location on JFK, where she says the job was dangerous. This was her in March of 2021. Ramos said...
What do you mean most recently? So, like, she's worked with the company...
there for 15 years.
But only recently moved to this place?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. It makes you wonder whether she has worked there 15 years then, because like this place can only say, no, she only worked here for a bit, but they said, she worked there for years. It's like that. Thorth's told us. Yeah. How do I know? I haven't got a clue. I'm just saying that... Hey, if that's the first time in 15 years someone has thrown some racial slurs at you and stuck a finger up and thrown fries back at you or something, then... Didn't you get training for this stuff as well? Like?
I've ordered a meal combo, but didn't get the curly fries.
You said we want...
What? No curly fries? Well, that's it, isn't it? That's it. She deserved everything she got. Yo, bro, don't think I'm watching you thinking you're some sane person when you're having to go at curly fries. You say, can I get my curly fries, please? No, you're not getting them. Okay, no problem, no problem at all, no problem. No problems at all. Curly fries. Over me. I mean, I suppose you pay for curly fries, you want your curly fries, right? But, like, to get completely angry or just write a complaint. I didn't get my curly fries. Right? Get your camera out. Can I have my curly fries? Look, my receipt says curly fries. You haven't given them to me. No. Okay, we're going online and putting a complaint in. Bye. Go away. Not worth it. But children like this idiot here on the thing. I shouldn't say idiot. Stop saying idiot, Carl. They don't like it. You're just playing a character.
And educational.
That's what I really mean. Top individuals like this, all right? I'm going to give him top of the day. Can I give this person top of the day? I mean, the other person should get... Right, top of the day to this guy and his wife. Why on earth doesn't they record the incident and just put it up there? Why have you got to antagonize? I'm not saying he did say anything horrific to this woman. But this woman's not pulling a gun out if he isn't there, at least antagonizing this woman, a person who... more likely identifies as a woman. And don't forget, guys, a lot of this has to do with what the news outlet, because of the news and everything, because of what they're telling you, this stuff happened, and then they get more footage. Do you see it's a business plan? No, we don't see that, Carl. Oh, of course you don't. Anyway, so... My ADHD's gone off. I got one sentence after another going through my head. I think just shut up and let us play a minute.
We're going to get them.
The confrontation escalated to food throwing, and Ford says racial slur.
That's children. 2 children in a playground. You say, oh my God, they don't grow up anymore. It's Neverland.
It's becoming like Pleasure Island, isn't it?
From Pinocchio, yeah. Pinocchio's Pleasure Island and Neverland. Disney got a lot of this right, guys.
Yeah.
Frick, now.
I want my pleasures and I want them now.
Mother trucker, you ain't getting no pleasures. You ain't getting nothing. Oh my God. Pinocchio, pick up this
On the
and throw it.
gravestone, died over curly fries.
Oh my Lord. If this man had died
don't
or
need
his
to
wife
laugh, I'm so
died
sorry.
over curly fries.
Oh my God, though. You gotta laugh, you cry, man.
It is worse that he gets shot at over curly fries. But the thing is, why are you antagonising people over curly fries, you top muppet?
So like
Oh yeah, I'd like to be knocked away. Sorry guys, getting excited. Come on, play. It's not playing, babe, because I didn't press the button properly.
Which Ramos denies.
He kept saying, "Oh, you gonna make my order over? This is the type of talk about behind you. We hate like y'all."
It's possible. It's just I don't see it. I know I don't see it here because it doesn't really happen here. I know people it does happen. No, it doesn't. It doesn't happen here. I don't see it for 40-something years. Never seen it. And I see pretty much everything. People tell me, Carl, why have you always got to see everything? Because I do. It's there in front of me. I'm aware of it. But like this doesn't happen. I see narcissistic behaviour where they might attack the weakest part of you, and if that's your skin, that's your skin. It's nothing to do with racism. It's to do with narcissism. They want to get power over you, and this individual will do the same. There's a white supremacy, whatever that is. I don't know.
white privilege and all that.
Oh, I don't know what any of that stuff means. It's pathetic and idiotic to me.
Yeah.
Topotic. That's me.
Topotic.
Topotic.
Upgrade.
Topotic. The whole idea is topotic. But yeah, it's just. I can see him possibly being angry, narcissistic, maybe. I don't know. Where she was telling him you can't.
It's the fact that you can't hear the audio, because she, you know what I mean, she could just be saying that, couldn't she? You know what I mean?
Yeah, but that's what I mean.
I'm not saying that doesn't happen.
Always seems to be the go-to thing. Now, I don't care if he came in and say, "And I want my fries," and I want my burger. You didn't give me my fries, and you end to this, and you end. I don't care. You don't pull a gun out and shoot. And this person's obviously mentally unwell for saying stuff. Really, does that stuff in this world go over, right? You put this all online and that person's destroyed.
I'm sure that's not stated in a training, that if she gets a boost from a customer because of the incorrect order, that you pop a gun on them.
Well, first of all, start condiments at them, and when they start throwing at their back, oh, really? You're going to throw them back at me? Well, throw these back! I don't get it.
And she popped it twice as well.
Does he have a point?
Does he have a point?
You didn't give
Right. He's saying it, not me. I just want to hear
the curly fries that he paid for. You in the window throwing condiments at him. Did you pull out the strap and start busting through the drive-thru?
He's got a point.
I know.
I mean, I don't agree with some of the horrific slurs he may be using, or anything you say. But like you said, if you're not giving them the things they paid for, if you're throwing condiments at them, oopsies, hitting the mic here, throwing condiments at them, and then pulling a gun, maybe they did have a point in what they were saying, but there's a way and means to say what you want to say.
Yeah.
Probably at the window's not. And if he did have a point, what on earth is he saying it for? He clearly didn't believe he had a point, because if I believed this person was going to be like that, I would not be having a go at them. I'd be not throwing curly fries back at them or condiments. Just drive on.
Y'all some crazy mother. You know what?
It is like a sane asylum,
crazy,
people.
you know.
No one is saying, oh yeah, the mental health is going up. No, guns are killing people and drugs are killing people. I'm saying, no. The food you're eating is killing you because it is chemicals in there you don't understand. It's messing with your body
And your
and
mindset.
making you like this.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry,
You are
people
what
want
you
to say
eat.
fat shaming, whatever the bloody hell that
You
is.
are what you eat.
You are what you eat. And this lady looks like she's eaten way too much for what she's supposed
foods.
to. And what I'm talking about is processed foods and sugars.
Yeah.
I can eat for days. I can eat so much if I want. I can't because my body won't let
But
me.
I
But
can't
like,
now, no.
I could if I wanted to. And look at me. I'm losing weight by the day because I don't eat all this processed sugary foods. I just eat fats and fibres and proteins and good stuff. And it's
not even exercising, are we? And we're getting toned.
I don't. I do yoga.
I mean, we walk a lot.
Walk in
sometimes,
yoga.
but like,
We walk for
Yeah.
miles and we do yoga. That's it. I
don't
don't do
do any
anything
weights,
else.
sit-ups.
Yeah, you got the guns, mate. And I'm like, yeah, but I'm toned.
Yeah. That's from
my
the correct
body's
food to eat
toned,
it.
my arms are toned. They're not huge, they're just nice. I'm light, I like it, I'm fast.
Yeah.
I feel good. I don't feel like I'm overweight, and even with the muscle, you must feel heavy with the muscle, but at least the muscle is proportioned to hold you up, I suppose, yeah? So, I don't mock people like that. So, when I see people like Joe Rogan or Andrew Tate or individuals of that breed, I don't go, I go, well done, boys. A lot of hard work there, a lot of good
Disciplined.
stuff. I have my own hard work and discipline, but it's in many areas. So, when I'm disciplined, that means I don't go pigging out on foods. And I do my yogas, and I do go for walks, and I concentrate on my body.
Yeah. Being cautious.
But listen to Alato. This is the part that killed me. She lied.
She says she asked Ramos to leave. The video captures the gunfire.
The video does show you shoot at them.
Look,
What if you
look at how they lying.
No.
I don't know why black people do this. It's not all black people. Black people like this.
So this is the little bit we saw, guys, and this is the bit I'll tell you that is why we went and watched it, is because this lady just tried to trick you all and narcissistically make you think this guy was racist and he could have been saying slurs, we're not saying that. But because she lied on this bit and made out, because the audio wasn't there, check the audio, there's no audio. Check the audio, I didn't fire, you didn't hear pops, but
You can see
this
pops.
lady also was going to get their Tup of the Day badge as well. It was double tups today. Double tup. Well, she ain't getting double tup. Well, maybe she should get 2 of them because she's the one that shot the gun.
Yeah.
But she's about to tell you that she didn't fire. Just keep watching.
It's the N words. They lie so much. Everything. She lied about her encounter. I would assume she lied about him saying the N word, because listen to what this woman finna say out of her mouth. Listen.
If you hear the audio, you didn't hear the gun go off at all.
There is no audio on
Look at this. Look at this mess.
the video that
You all heard her say the gun didn't go off. So if you get evidence now that our gun did go off, that they're about to show you, well, this is twice, but they do show evidence of at least once. If you see that now, then you know this lady is slanderous and she's trying to emotionally manipulate you by sinning, and she is lying. Maybe she didn't lie about all of it, but this says untrustworthy. Or at least you can trust this person as being slanderous. Watch yourself.
was released.
Look at the shell casing.
The court records, Houston police.
Muzzle flash.
find a
Boom. Shell casing come out. Hold on,
that was
Charlie.
released, but
Hold on, Charlie. The
Hold on,
muzzle
Charlie.
flash and shell casing ejecting out of the ejection port
She didn't
on
shoot
the
anything.
handgun. And that broad said, I didn't shoot nobody if you listen to the audio. There ain't no audio.
It's the same thing. He called me all the N-words, but there is no audio.
No evidence of that.
So if she's lying about this, it would go to reason to suggest she's lying about the other stuff. It doesn't mean she is. It's just it goes to reason to suggest that.
Maths,
So,
no.
make of that what you will, guys.
It ain't no way in the world you didn't shoot that gun. Look at it.
according to court records, Houston police did find a spent shell casing. Theria was initially charged with aggravated assault.
This is where it gets worse. This is where it gets worse. She was charged with aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. That is a felony crime, and a lot of people do time in prison
12 years, easy.
for aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. You could probably do about 5 to 15, maybe even 20 years if you
You know, like people going to prison by the vice president, Kamala Harris, like for years. Like I'm sure someone said she sent someone to prison for like 12 years for cannabis use.
Yeah.
That might be fake.
Yeah.
You've checked that one yourselves, but that's what I heard. I don't believe it. I'm just saying that's things I've heard. So like, if people are going to prison over cannabis use for crying out loud, something that can be seen as a medicine for certain individuals and doesn't have the same effect on everybody. Some people just might, really, really need that kind of thing, and they're sent to prison for it. But this lady can shoot at somebody over frickin' curly fries and not go to prison. Right, please, explain that down below. Explain what's going on there down below for me, because I do not get this. This is part of my education. Help me. Please help me. I don't understand how you go to prison for cannabis use, but you get to pick up a bit of litter for a year over shooting at somebody over curly fries.
Intentionally shooting
It
at someone.
doesn't make any sense to me, guys. Honestly,
Bonkers.
I don't get it. Now, I would be happy with like something like that if it was like something like they had like you had 5 years suspended. 1 year you had to do, and alongside that you had to do like some sort of therapy in a rehabilitation centre. And if you didn't pass the grade, you had to continue doing your years. Going out and doing it.
So you can prove yourself.
Until you can prove it. So you're giving back to the community, and you're given an opportunity to show that you're a little mentally unwell. You didn't mean to that. Someone egged you on, and you need training to be able to stay in society. She should lose all rights to any weapon. Like, she shouldn't be able to have weapons anymore. And if she found with a weapon, prison then. But I don't believe in prisons. I believe in rehabilitation centres and things. But, like, I should do one on that, what I think the law should go to, shouldn't I?
Convicted felon. For this type of crime, she's shooting and trying to kill the man. She just was a bad shot. But it gets worse. They originally charged her with this.
With a deadly weapon, but pled guilty to a lesser charge of deadly conduct and got 1 year deferred adjudication with
1 year deferred adjudication. 1 year deferred adjudication. How on God's green earth do you shoot at somebody in a drive-thru? You 100% wrong. The police did their job by arresting this woman and charging her with aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, which is her conduct matching up with the Texas Penal Code. That means that the definition of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon is what she did. That matches the penal code in the state of Texas, and therefore you charge her.
Yeah.
They allowed her to plead to something she didn't do.
I know that, but it's just they offered her to plead to something that she didn't do, and the thing she did do then doesn't get looked at.
No. It's messed up, isn't it? So messed up.
What?
She committed aggravated assault. How she plead the dangerous crimes or something, and they deferred adjudication for suspended for a year.
She completed in June. She and the restaurant still face a civil lawsuit. Ramos and his family says they were exposed to a dangerous employee and were traumatized.
I served my sentence. I paid my fees. I did what I had to do with.
Oh my God.
This individual thinks that going out and doing a bit of community service and paying $300, although $300 is probably like $3,000 today with inflation, but
Still.
She's done that, but the family got shot at with a gun.
Pregnant woman as well.
Screw them.
What if kids in the car now in the back?
I don't get how people are not looking at this going, this is a failure in the law. How can you trust the law after this? I can't. I don't trust the law around here.
No.
I wouldn't trust the law in America in places like this. They're not, right, I shouldn't say America because, although they said this is Texas.
It's mainly in Houston and places
I
like
thought
that,
Texas was like, what? I said Texas is going to the dogs, man.
It is, man. It's
Joe Rogan
Texas
not going to be leaving
McFlurry
it
as well. I swear
What
it
else
was
do you
Texas
want
with
from me?
McFlurry.
I can't give you nothing. But an apology if you want that. But I need the same thing. We both need to apologize to you.
You don't point a gun at me. What?
You think all he needs is an apology for trying to shoot at him and his family, trying to kill him.
Traumatize them.
That's all he needs is an apology. And that makes it all go away. You need probably an apology for this guy having a really bad day, you trying to rob him of his curly fries.
Being unprofessional, completely unprofessional.
And then just exchange. You think she was there not screaming at him, calling him, was he Mexican or something?
I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know, guys. We don't understand these things out there, but I'm not trying to be insensitive. I don't know how he's... I've tried to look at the name because it normally gives me an indicator, but accents and things are very difficult for me to understand. But like, again, look at the sign that's by your people, it'll explain. But no, God, I don't get it. How this woman's doing all this math in her head, that is a Babylonian, by the way.
It is, yeah.
As a Babylonian, she's a Babylonian, guys. In her head, things are so confused. There's hardly any mathematical balance to anything.
Each other.
It's like they've taken us back before, like 4,000 BC. 4,000 BC people used to think like this, didn't have a clue what was going on, drugged up to the nines, most of them. What they just like put like opioids in their place
in
and all
their
that.
tents and stuff in the enclosures, yeah.
And then their kind of government, that's how they kept them under control. Nowadays, we just use TV screens.
And in court filings, attorneys for the restaurant denied all allegations. Tonight, a company spokesman told me that they remain focused on providing a safe environment for customers as well as restaurant workers. We're live tonight in Southwest Houston. Jessica Willey, ABC 13. All
right, how do they not? First of all, how does she not spend more time in prison? You can call somebody a racial slur. That's a difference between calling somebody a slur and shooting somebody. That's a big difference. It's
right down below if you see the difference, guys, or am I just out of my mind here? Is there a difference between calling someone a racial slur and shooting at them? What? My head's going, of course it is, but I'm like, no, I'll let them decide. Let them tell you. Let them explain. If you're going to keep telling them how they're going to accept that this is a learning experience. Guys, I am trying to learn, but sometimes I think I already know this information. I don't need someone to teach me this, but clearly I do because this is happening.
Somebody call you a racial slur in a window. I don't even know if that's a crime. Somebody call maybe you could argue disorderly conduct. If somebody call you a racial slur, maybe.
No, it is disorderly conduct.
Yeah, it is.
Only because society has accepted that these racial slurs are not to be used. However, the same racial slurs, to me, are on the same level with pretty much all prejudice from narcissistic individuals. And therefore, if you're going to say racial slurs, grill someone about them being autistic or losing a limb and stuff like that, and be horrific to people, or even call them white, straight idiots or bigots and stuff like that. I don't know. Should we leave this here now? What are you thinking, babe? Any thoughts on this? What? Do you want to go to McDonald's there?
No.
We don't go to McDonald's anyway. Don't like sweet shops. It's a sweet shop. People don't understand McDonald's is a sweet shop.
Dessert.
They go, there's apples, and I thought, full of sugar. It isn't anything. It isn't full of sugar. It's just, it's a sugar shop.
Yeah.
Don't actually get it. You guys, you keep pumping yourself full of sugar. Good the power food. Okay,
Keto.
Then. Keto, that's what you want to be, guys. Keto. I ain't got nothing to add to this, guys.
No,
I've said it all. This is ridiculous. I just want to hear what you guys think. Please help us out in this one. What do you guys think? Right down below. WIRGO Warriors. Harmony. Oh my God.
To the love, support and sharing of the community that has followed us here on YouTube, we have been able to build a village for special needs children in crisis out in Tanzania. Our family in Tanzania is now made up of nearly 200 children. Most of these children have disabilities, and most of these children are among the most marginalized human beings in our human story. You have seen the suffering on this channel, I won't go over it, but these children had no access to housing, medical care, some were abandoned, and they certainly didn't get quality care, some of them. It is only thanks to the love, support and the partnership of persons in this community that we have been able to make this family a reality, that we have been able to bring these children out of the dark and into the light where they belong. To all who have partnered with what we do, thank you for your love and support. We simply can't do what we do without you. If you are not involved in our family and you are interested in helping us to eradicate this problem that we face inside the human story, eradicate this problem that these children are facing and don't need to face, then we have launched a new partnership program. If you visit www.sharetanzania.com/partnership, you will see all of the details there. Ultimately, these partnerships help us to sustain our family, to provide everything we need to these children to make sure they are happy. And in return with that, we will provide you with regular updates and a newsletter every month as well, so as you can see exactly how your act of love and sharing is impacting the world and the lives of these children in the same way that I get to see it.